Well, a lot of updates coming for Neyland Stadium. Mike Keith is there, but also Luke Combs is coming to Neyland Stadium just around the corner. We had Morgan Wallen here in Neyland just a couple months ago. He had an incredible concert. Now, Luke Combs added to the list of a couple of country artists making a Neyland debut. Also coming up next is Savannah Bananas making an appearance in May 2026. They'll stop by Covenant Health Park before a nice little game in May in 2026. You can enter in a lottery if you want tickets. Savannah Bananas coming around the country. They've been touring all over the place. A fun, electric brand of baseball. Coming up next in Neyland Stadium, besides football, besides baseball and concerts, we got some football. The Vols are out for revenge this weekend as Arkansas Razorbacks are headed into town. Our Sophie Starkey will be joining the game tomorrow. She'll be covering the game tomorrow. She'll join us and tell us how it's special.
Yeah, Luke, it is the second straight season that Tennessee and Arkansas will face off after the Vols' bye week. Now, last season that did not end too well for the Volunteers with that 19-14 upset that shook up the Vols' season a little bit. But Josh Heupel and the number 12 Vols hoping to write a different story on Saturday night. Over at Arkansas' side of the field, they're coming into this game 2-3. They've just parted ways with their head coach, Sam Pittman. Bobby Petrino stepping in as the interim head coach. And after that blowout loss to Notre Dame, they're coming into Neyland with new coaching, new energy, and a sense of urgency. So both teams got something to prove in Knoxville Saturday night. If you want some more analysis, tune into Torch Sports at 2 p.m. But for now, Luke, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sophie. And we look to the highest-ranked team on campus in Lady Vols soccer. The Lady Vols rose from the number 1 spot to number 4 in the rankings after a 4-1 win over Ole Miss in Oxford last Sunday. In fact, Sophie got a special look at Caden Norris, the goalie, playing a huge part in the team's success. Sophie, Caden's been killing it this year. I'm sure it was an amazing interview.
I'm literally sitting here like, what are you doing down here? This is crazy.
Yeah, Luke. Caden is a great player and an even better teammate. I got the opportunity to sit down with her, talk a little bit about her position and season so far. The Lady Vols soccer team is having a record season, and their goalie Caden Norris has been a big part of that, opening the season with 5 saves against the number 1 team in the country.
I think North Carolina was probably the game where I was like, wow, this is like kind of my role now. Like, we have the opportunity to do something great this season, and I have the opportunity to be behind it and help the team.
From a young age, Caden knew that soccer was a part of her future.
My 8th grade year, I was playing soccer and volleyball, and I got to a point at the end of the year where I had to pick. It just felt like if I didn't pick soccer, I was going to be missing a part of myself.
However, being a goalie comes with a different set of responsibilities.
My position is more mental than it is physical, 100%. If you let in a goal or if you make a mistake, you have to forget about it because you have 10 people in front of you that you have to keep focused, and you have to keep them in the right spots and give them the right directions because ultimately you are setting them up to perform.
The Lady Vols only have 1 loss this season, and Caden knows that this team is special.
Before every game, we kind of talk about it's like going to war. So like we'll do anything for first contact on the ball. Our back line, our defense, the back 6, we'll do anything for a shutout. The biggest thing that I want to remember from this season is just being together with everybody. If we get a ring with that, that's going to be awesome, which we can definitely do.
Reporting from the Regal Soccer Stadium, I'm Sophie Starkey, the Volunteer Channel. Caden Norris had an exceptional season so far. If you want to catch her in action, you can. October 16th, they will be playing Florida in the Regal Soccer Stadium. Maybe they'll get another shutout. She's helped them get 10 so far this season. But that's all for me out here on the patio. Luke, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sophie. The volleyball team returned to action this week. After a comeback win over LSU, the 17th-ranked Lady Vols traveled to Austin Wednesday night to face 2nd-ranked Texas. Now, Tennessee pushed the Longhorns to 5 sets but fell short, moving the record to 12-2 on the year. They'll look to get back in the win column this week as they travel to Ole Miss Sunday night, then return home to host the Florida Gators Wednesday. Now, while many of us rested over fall break, the women's golf team was busy bringing home some hardware. A 13-under par performance at the Mercedes-Benz Collegiate handed the program its first win since 2019. It also marks the first tournament win for 5th-year head coach Diana Cantu. Now the team has a week to enjoy the victory before heading to California for the Stanford Intercollegiate. Tennessee softball continued to move through their fall schedule over the break, picking up wins over Carson Newman, ETSU, and the Lady Vols improved their record to 3-0. Looking to remain unbeaten, this team hosts Lee University tonight at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium. That's all for the Rocky Top Sports Report this week. Be sure to make Nayland loud tomorrow and beat Arkansas. Now we'll head it back to the desk for Kyla and Kylie. Guys, take it away.